Hola, ¿qué tal? I am Bastian Hernandez, an animator living in Mexico City who is working on his very first tabletop role-playing game system. And today I want to start talking about the world, about the main concepts, and some of the inspirations that I'm using in order to build the kind of game I want.
¿Qué pasó? Listo. ¿Cómo te va?
Now, this is going to be very hard for me because this is a work in progress. So many of the ideas I'm going to be talking about in this series are going to be even contradictory, or it may have some kind of issues and they do not really connect together really well. And well, this is a work in progress. I'm going to start changing things and modifying things, or maybe taking some of the concepts, totally throw them away if they don't really fit in the project. Now, this story takes place in the near future, where virtual games and augmented reality, it's something that is very well established already, and people can connect in a very easy way. The game is called Umbral Online, and this is a world that was built as a massive multiplayer online game with a dark fantasy theme where you can travel inside when you are dreaming. Now I'm going to talk about some of the games that already exist that give me some of the inspiration to build this world. The first one I want to talk about is Ravenloft. Now, Ravenloft is a campaign setting for Dungeons and Dragons Advanced Edition, published in the year, I think it's, 1994, owned by TSR still, and it's a world of terror in the lands of Mist. Very cool concept. So, of course, Mist is going to be a very strong idea here, and actually, I don't remember a lot about Ravenloft when I was playing it. I have some of the books, I have some of the modules they have published, and what I can tell you about is that these books, well, it has many cool ideas that I will develop further. And the first one is like a Victorian world. So it's a world where werewolves and ghosts and vampires and all that kind of cool gothic stuff crawls around the lands. It's not really a world by itself, it's more like a plane of existence. And it's surrounded by something called the Mist, which is some kind of supernatural frontier among places. Every single region that you find has been stolen from somewhere around the universe of Dungeons and Dragons. So you can find a region where it's like a medieval style of game, and then you travel to a different one and they are in the Bronze Age, and then you go to another one and it's like a high fantasy pirate theme region and stuff like that. Now this is perfect for me because they are taking little pieces of different parts of the world and mixing it all together, but still they have this kind of separation with the mist and everything. So for me, it's going to be more like you're dreaming and you're joining the dreams of other people all around the world, and different people can dream different things, but the meaning it's kind of the same. For example, if you dream about a train station, that same train station is going to be different in every single dreamer's dream, but still it has some core elements, like of course trains, like the idea of waiting, like maybe watches to track the time, and of course the idea of moving away. Now, in my world is not an actual physical place who was stolen from reality. It gets inspired by reality because every single dream we have, it's already inspired by something that really exists. But this is done more in a metaphorical or conceptual ways. Now, the next influence I want to talk about is Eldritch Horror. This is a board game published by Fantasy Flight Games, and this takes place in the world of H.P. Lovecraft. And in these days, H.P. Lovecraft is a very known published author and everybody knows about it, so I don't think I need to talk about further. But one of the things is that in his worlds he has something called the Dreamlands. people that dreams can travel to different places and have different adventures. And I haven't even opened this expansion, so I don't know what happens there, but I think I'm going to do it very soon in order to find some cool information here and some cool ideas to help my development. Next one has to be American McGee's Alice from 2000 and published by EA. This was an amazing game.
Save us, Alice!
This one was perfect for me because they are talking about dreams. And if you're talking about dreams, you are talking about surrealism. Madness is one of the very important things in this world, and it has a couple of ideas that I really like. The first thing is exactly the feeling of a broken world. Every single thing, its perspective, for example, is not really straight. You can have all kind of strange angles and stuff like that, which, by the way, H.P. Lovecraft also talk about in his works. Now, the level design is also very amazing in Alice because it has a lot of different things, different mechanisms working around, and you have one level where the floor is assembled as a chess board, and you have to jump to different places in order to be able to cross over to the next level. The next one can be a madhouse where you can find a lot of patients that walk around in a random way and attack you, and you have this feeling of everything is wrong in that place. They have a lot of broken things, broken people, broken creatures, and that's one of the feelings I want for this game. Now, Matrix, of course, because Matrix is so cool, and specifically if you have seen the Animatrix series, they have a lot of chapters, especially the one with the house. I don't remember the name of it, but it was a chapter where you are just in a place that rules are not really that strong because, you know, it's like a glitch in the Matrix.
Hello?
So it's a house, but the house has like it's something like a haunted house thing. In this house, weird things happen, and they are actually kind of funny. It's not like a normal haunted house with ghosts and stuff like that. It's more like a playground, and you can see teenagers playing with the weird rules of the place and jumping in different places and floating around instead of falling and all that kind of stuff. Lastly, a lot of platformer games, especially games like Castlevania and stuff like that, because they are like a world and they live in a two-dimensional space, and vertical movement is very important in those kinds of games. So it's perfect for me because it's like a map that you can travel around, and it's confined in a very isolated way. Now, of course, I can mention a lot of more things right here, but right now I think they are the main ones. And next thing, I'm going to talk about the people of the land. Thank you for watching,